the shoulder spica is used for an injured shoulder. You can use this wrap to play in if there's not excessive overhand movement or overhead movement, like in basketball or volleyball. And also this wrap is used to just keep ice in place. So what you're going to have the athlete do is start with putting their hand of the injured side on their hip. So placing their hand on their hip, kind of like a model pose, creates the shoulder to go into an internal rotation. Most shoulder injuries happen in an external rotation. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the 6-inch elastic wrap at the top of the shoulder. I can start it myself. I don't need the athlete to help. I pull downwards. We're going underneath the armpit, around, back to the top. Okay? So you're pulling again downwards to pull in an internal rotation direction versus an external rotation direction where how the injury occurred. So once I get back to the top to anchor the bandage, I then move across the body, underneath the opposite arm, okay, going around the back to where I started, okay? So again, pulling downwards, again in an internal rotation, underneath the armpit, back up around, across the body, around, going back to the top until my bandage reaches its end. Once it reaches its end, that's when, again, if you're just using it to place a bag of ice, you simply just tuck the end of the bandage underneath part of the wrap. If the athlete is going to use it to play in, you're going to go ahead and take athletic tape and you're going to go in the same direction that you did the bandage itself in. So I'm going to go ahead and start at the top, and you want to wrap it or tape it loosely because you don't want it too tight going around. So again, I'm going to go underneath the armpit, around, across his body, towards the back, around the back up to the top where I started. Okay? So again, this is placing the shoulder in an internal rotation because, like mentioned before, most injuries happen in an external rotation. So this again allows the athlete to continue participating in activity as long as there's not excessive overhead movement, again like in volleyball or basketball.